now according to the lawsuit, CoffeeZilla needs to pay $75,000 to Logan Paul as compensation because Logan Paul's mental health, reputation, and his image was harmed because of the
attorney
videos.
fees.
The lawsuit
I'm gonna tell you what though, that's $75,000. The way this works is like this. I'll explain it because I've been sued before. When you get sued, the winner loses and the loser loses. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Your boy Prince Soul. We're back. And today we're getting ready to watch a video about Logan Paul's situation. They're saying that his situation got worse. I'm thinking it's got to do with this crypto zoo shit that he got going on. But let's get into it and see, man.
Logan Paul has once again done something unbelievable with CoffeeZilla, and the details will leave you speechless. So Logan Paul has just launched a lawsuit against CoffeeZilla, aka Stephen Findyson.
Yo, you know what? I'm starting to think dude likes playing the villain. Logan Paul just likes playing the villain, man. He loves that. He loves that because honestly on the internet, two things bring you money. Love and hate. They both bring you money. Controversy brings you money, whether it's good controversy or bad controversy. So I think he likes playing the bad guy. He doesn't need to sue CoffeeZilla. The damage is already done. So he's like, hey, you know what? I'll just sue him just so I can get relevancy, I guess. Millions of views, whatever. Makes sense.
Logan Paul is suing me for CryptoZoo only a year after he thanked me for it.
This lawsuit was a response to the widespread video that CoffeeZilla initially produced that gave a very bad name to Logan Paul. New details about their beef have risen, and what CoffeeZilla did to Logan Paul, which will be talked about later in the video, will have you shocked. Now the OGs would know that CoffeeZilla...
The only thing I know he did was he kind of went over the whole CryptoZoo scam thing that happened. Now, I don't know if it's a scam or not, allegedly, but, you know, it's unfortunate what happened. And some people's money was lost, and he just covered it all and exposed it pretty much. What did he do outside of that? Unless he did something else.
Has over 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and when he talks, people actually listen. So when the creator decided to basically annihilate Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo, things got down and dirty. Well, CoffeeZilla made sure to drag the game through the mud and even called it a scam.
Logan Paul is suing me for CryptoZoo only a year after he thanked me for it. Rather than pay back his victims fully, Logan would rather publicly humiliate himself in court by accusing me of defaming him. He's hired 5 lawyers to sue me, which he hopes...
See, this it makes you look so much worse. This is why I'm saying I think he likes playing the villain because, first of all, you hire 5 lawyers, right? How much do you think that costs? Maybe let's just say let's say 100,000 maybe. Let's just say 100,000, right? I think with CryptoZoo he took about $1 million or something like that. Logan Paul is worth probably like maybe somewhere in the realm of like 100 to 200 million. So liquid he probably has maybe 10 to 20 of that liquid, maybe like 15 of that liquid. He could just sacrifice $1 million and just let this shit get swept under the rug. Hey, nothing happened. Instead, you're going to go pay 5 lawyers to go sue a dude who's going to fight back. You know he's going to fight back and make this public. That's what I'm saying. He likes that villain persona. He likes that. I get it. This is part of his, like... Somebody came to him. Logan Paul was probably in his mansion. Somebody came to him, one of his many advisors, and was like, hey, sue CoffeeZilla, bro, so we can go viral. Boom. There we go. Launch a new flavor of Prime now.
The YouTube community was speechless because they knew that Logan was about to throw a fit and won't just take this criticism sportingly.
Logan Paul is actually suing CoffeeZilla.
CoffeeZilla basically raised a lot of questions on how legitimate CryptoZoo actually is. And well, it's a crypto game, so there's gotta be some funny business involved. CoffeeZilla's video talked about how the game was launched and then abandoned soon enough.
I obviously had questions, but before I was able to get answers, Logan's team of lawyers showed up to silence me.
He also accused Logan Paul of making a subpar crypto game where even the primary features were non-functional.
So he agrees people have been wronged by his game. You know, the thing that he said will earn you.
See, he plays like the silent killer. I like it. I like Logan Paul's persona, man. I like the dude, man. He plays like, if I had money like him, I'd be moving just like him too. I'll be playing Silent Killer. I'm laughing. I'm cool. And yeah, everything is good, man. No more. Boom. I stick 10 lawyers in your ass. Everything is fine, man. No worries. Boom, boom. I come to your gym and beat your ass. I'll come with 2 or 3 people. Hey, appreciate the sub, John, Addy. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, no, I would most definitely move like Logan Paul, man. That's a rich villain, you know.
Money.
It's a really fun game that makes you money.
So how are these not Logan's victims? He, of course, would say it's his business partner's fault. But remember, Jake and Eddie have been out of the picture for years. And yet, CryptoZoo hasn't been released.
Now, if this wasn't embarrassing enough, CoffeeZilla also spilled the tea on how investors have lost millions of dollars since the game crashed and burned.
Since Logan can't blame his partners, Jake and Eddie, for this, because they've been out of the picture, do you think he'll take accountability for not launching CryptoZoo? No. This time, he blames the government. He says releasing CryptoZoo has too many...
Wait. As far as the game itself, unfortunately, it will not be released. I personally spent $400,000 to have it developed, and after its completion in early 2023, in some further diligence, unfortunately, there are too many regulatory hurdles that would need to be cleared that I did not originally understand and would ultimately delay this buyback even further. So, once again, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Crypto and NFT, these spaces are new. These technologies are very, very new. They're not, what, Bitcoin is what, maybe like 15 years, 20 years, something like that. But I mean, it became popular in the 2010s. So you can almost, let's just give Bitcoin a 10-year life, right? Even though it's longer than that, but it wasn't mainstream. So, and most definitely the government and no one was involved with it. NFTs, that's like what? Maybe 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, something like that. Way too new to understand. It's like when the doctors used to give you cigarettes back in the 70s or 60s. They used to be like, oh, your hand is a little shaky. Here's some cigarettes. They didn't know. It was too soon to understand that, hey, these cigarettes 15 years down the line equals cancer. You see what I'm saying? It's too soon to understand. So, yeah, I could see how you could spend money developing something and then next thing you know, it comes to a launch and you either launch a super liable game where you're like hella liable for shit, like, you know, or I don't even know if that's the right term. Yeah, you're liable for shit, like literally a risk, a financial risk for you and your family and everybody, or you just gotta kind of say, no, we can't do this, you know. I could understand that part.
Regulatory hurdles. Maybe they should have thought of that before multi-millions of dollars of Zoo tokens and eggs were sold. And now Logan would rather blame the government than take accountability.
CoffeeZilla was rooting for a reaction.
See, that's the
from
problem
Logan
I have
Paul
with it.
Because he also added.
That's the problem I have with it. I mean, the guy, man, he's doing super good with Prime. Prime is dope. His other companies are dope. You know, like, dude, just take the money and pay it back. You know, I understand you didn't want the liability. You didn't want to take that risk and you know, because of all of the, like how he said, all of the regulations that he wasn't aware of when he started. Cool. Take that step back. Hey, say, hey, man, you know what? We're getting ready to pay people in phases. We're going to, I don't know, dish out a quarter of the money these 3 months, quarter of the money these 3 months, quarter of the money. Just pay them all out, man. It's not worth it at the end, honestly. It's really not. If you ask me, I don't think it is.
Tidbits about team conflicts and even financial scams.
And this is coming from a former
After
scammer.
This video, Logan Paul's crypto game looked like a boiling pot of mess. People started calling it a joke and were making fun of Logan Paul.
The biggest story we've probably ever broken is probably the Logan Paul CryptoZoo saga. It's just the classic influencer greed story where this guy launches an NFT project, does millions upon millions of dollars in sales, and delivers nothing.
Now, the latest development in this gaming drama is that Logan Paul has finally filed a lawsuit against CoffeeZilla in San Antonio District Court, Texas. According to the lawsuit, CoffeeZilla defamed Logan Paul and his blockchain project CryptoZoo publicly, causing monetary harm. It also states that CoffeeZilla declared the project a scam without any tangible evidence or statement from the team. And to make the lawsuit spicy, Logan Paul took a personal dig at CoffeeZilla and pointed out that the guy calls himself an investigative journalist, when in reality, he's got no formal license or training for journalism. Logan Paul also pointed out that the video was biased and was made only for the purpose of defaming
That's how
CryptoZoo.
these
He
are
revealed
written.
that CoffeeZilla
That's how
never
these are written. These lawsuits, that's how they're written. It's not that he took a personal dig. I guarantee you Logan Paul did not even write this or even had anything to do with this. This is how you destroy somebody's character in court. You know, you start by taking digs like this. Your attorney will take digs like this. It wouldn't be Logan Paul taking digs at nobody. But they're trying to dramatize it to make it more interesting, and honestly it is. So, cool.
pointed out how hard Logan was working to make this project a success, and how he has invested his time and money into it. The lawsuit also suggests that in the beginning, Logan Paul wanted to compensate the people who actually lost their money in CryptoZoo. Apparently he was planning on offering a buyback program and giving away $1 million. But CoffeeZilla pushed his buttons, and now he has decided to legally battle him in court.
We're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
It's not the first time that CoffeeZilla has basically destroyed Logan Paul and his game. The guy has been at it since 2023 now and has several social media posts and videos against CryptoZoo. Now, according to the lawsuit, CoffeeZilla needs to pay $75,000 to Logan Paul as compensation because Logan Paul's mental health, reputation, and his image was harmed because of the
attorney
videos.
fees.
The lawsuit.
I'm gonna tell you what though, that 75,000. The way this works is like this. I'll explain it because I've been sued before. When you get sued, the winner loses and the loser loses. In Logan Paul's case, he's not gonna lose, okay? Because he has a shitload of money, like a lot. He has a lot. He's sitting on millions and millions of dollars. CoffeeZilla, I'm not exactly sure if he's wealthy or not. But let's just say CoffeeZilla is worth $1 million on paper, right? And let's say CoffeeZilla has $250,000 in cash and Bitcoin and assets, right? My Tinder's going off at the worst time. But actually I don't have Tinder. But like I was saying, so 75,000 is what they want, right? But it also says here reasonable attorney fees and costs. Okay, that reasonable attorney fees and costs for 5 attorneys to do their research and pay their paralegals and blah 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 blah. Bro, this could come out to 100,000 on top of the 75. You could very well be looking at a $200,000 payment that they want from this guy. And here's the catch, right? So you either cash out 200,000. Right? Or let's say 150. Let's just say 150. You either cash out 150, which $150,000 hurts anybody, okay? If you're a millionaire, $150,000 is more than 10% of your money, okay? If you're a multi-millionaire, you know, we can start breaking it down more and more. But I don't think CoffeeZilla is a multi-millionaire that I know of. But I'll tell you this. You have to fight back. And what does he have to do to fight back? He has to go and get multiple attorneys, or maybe one, but probably multiple, to fight back. And what is that going to cost him? That's going to cost him just as much as if you're going to cash out. And that's why when you win, you lose. And when you lose, you lose. It's a lose-lose situation. That's why everything gets settled out of court for the most part. Because you don't want to take it all the way there. I seen the Spencer Cornelia, that's another one of my favorite YouTubers. He's just like CoffeeZilla in the same lane. And Spencer Cornelia, he was sued by a fake guru. And man, that fake guru dragged him through the mud. And Spencer ended up winning, but it cost him so much money, man. Like a lot. It will end up costing you a house to beat one of these dudes in court, man. And you're not getting that money back. And that's the problem. And you know, Logan Paul's rich as fuck. So if he loses $500,000 fighting you in court, he wouldn't give a shit. He would not.
was harmed because of the videos. The lawsuit reads, Paul brings this defamation suit to hold Findyson accountable for his actions and to hold him liable for the immense harm that he has caused to Paul's reputation through the intentional and reckless dissemination of defamatory falsehoods. Now, ever since the news about Logan Paul filing a lawsuit has surfaced, people have been waiting for a response from CoffeeZilla. And finally, CoffeeZilla has responded, and let's just say that it's bad news for Logan Paul. Well, CoffeeZilla has raised questions on the timing of this lawsuit. Just when he released a teaser with Logan Paul in it, the lawsuit was filed. It just means that Logan doesn't want this new video to come out, and he's trying to intimidate CoffeeZilla with legal action. CoffeeZilla said, Paul
That's
can
not what
attempt
that
to
means.
silence me by weaponizing the law, suing me for doing my job and for asking questions.
Okay, based on what I can tell, right, from this CoffeeZilla video, which I don't watch CoffeeZilla like that. I watch Spencer, but he has good editing, good backdrop, good equipment. It looks like good aesthetic. So I would say he probably does have some sponsorships, so maybe even an investor. I would bet that he does. Which means, like I said, he's probably in the hundreds of thousands range, but we don't know what he does outside of YouTube. So maybe he might be a millionaire, maybe, but we don't know. We don't know what he does outside of YouTube. So yeah, it's hard to tell.
He's
That was
hired
just all
5
assumption.
lawyers to sue me, which he hopes will stop me from exposing him again.
CoffeeZilla also said that the lawsuit was groundless, meritless, and
He
frivolous.
doesn't look stressed
So this
though.
lawsuit from beginning to end is groundless, meritless, frivolous, and Logan knows that because behind the scenes, in clips he didn't want to get out, he's saying I'm thorough and good-hearted.
He also pointed out that the lawsuit comes right after CoffeeZilla reached out to Logan Paul and requested him to comment on the current liquid marketplace saga and how he's involved in the multi-layered fraud being exposed by the Ontario Security Commission.
Only hours before this lawsuit was filed, I had reached out to Logan Paul about a new investigation into one of his companies, which has just been accused by the Canadian government of being a multi-layered fraud in Canada.
CoffeeZilla also criticized...
Multi-layer fraud in Canada. Which company are we talking about? Prime? OSC accuses executive of Logan Paul's liquid marketing misappropriating investor funds. Oh, man, but that could be anything though. They're reaching. That's reaching. Like, come on, man. That could be anything. It's just like if you're a rich guy and you give your friend $30,000, technically you just committed a financial crime. You can't just give somebody $30,000. You got to declare it. You know, so it's like not a crime, but I guess something along that line. So I don't know, man. I don't take that. Just like how they say laundering money. You could launder money and not even know it sometimes, you know? But all right, let's
Of
continue.
being a multi-layered fraud in Canada.
CoffeeZilla also criticized the motive behind Logan Paul's compensation offer to his shareholders. He revealed that
Wait, what did he say? Based on your first 2 videos, I want to just restate that I said on the call, though, I think this change in direction is the 100% right call. Not for me or you, but the actual people affected by this. Refunds are the absolute right move going forward. 100%, man. We're on the same page. So he agreed on the refund.
Was only offering a buyback program to those who have his NFTs, so the people who bought Zoo tokens were still left with no compensation.
He said he was wrong and wanted to make things right. I made it clear refunds are the absolute right move going forward, and to my surprise, he agreed. 100%, man. We're on the same page. But we weren't. Logan now doesn't use the word refund. He calls this a buyback. But at the time, I need you to understand, I thought Logan was going to announce a full refund, so I began trying to help him. And dare I say, I was even nice.
You need to understand. Well, he understands. CoffeeZilla understands. Okay, when these decisions are made, right? I want the public to understand. This is not Logan Paul sitting at his desk like this saying, you know what? I'm not going to call it refund. I'll call it buyback. You know what? I won't do this. No, this is him dealing with all his legal advisors, his business partners, and they are coaching him on what he's going to do. Logan Paul is the face. He's the entertainment, and I'm pretty sure he's the brain too, but he has to go by what his attorney tells him. because that's the only way to protect yourself. So if you go to use the word refund, maybe that leaves them open for some sort of litigation or something. And so his attorney was like, hey, do not use the word refund. Even if it's just to save face. His attorney and advisor or whoever, handlers, they were like, hey, don't use the word refund. Say buyback. Hey, we're only going to buy back this, that, and the third. Blah, 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 blah. It's all coached. It's all coached. And when they do it, trust me, when they do it, they never leave anything up for chance. They make sure to flatten any little fucking problems that could happen in the future. Because that's what they're paid for. That's why they're attorneys on retainer.
To the guy. You can see that I tried to offer people who might be able to trace blockchain damages to refund people. And in the same spirit, I made Logan aware of potential problems at a different company he co-owned, called Liquid Marketplace.
CoffeeZilla also pointed out that this isn't the first time that Logan Paul has scammed the people. He revealed that doing pump and dump projects is his MO at this point, and CryptoZoo is also one of those projects.
Logan Paul was already accused of participating in multiple crypto pump and dump schemes.
Well, let's just say that CoffeeZilla already has his legal guns locked and loaded, and there's no way that Logan Paul could win this lawsuit. CoffeeZilla is known for digging the dirt on literally
but are you gonna
everyone,
defend yourself?
so he would come up with all the information that would prove the CryptoZoo to be a scam, and the lawsuit would probably be tossed aside. But for now, people think that the lawsuit is just a distraction because Logan Paul doesn't want CoffeeZilla to dig more dirt on CryptoZoo because it might be more than just a failed business idea. Some people are accusing Logan Paul of running an elaborate financial scam and being involved in much bigger schemes. One of the users wrote, "It's Logan Paul. He's a man-child who makes terrible choices everywhere he goes, then deludes himself into believing otherwise. The fact that his behavior is unchained years later just goes to show how little he's grown."
This is a hater. Why are they even highlighting a hater? This is just a hater. That's all it is. Listen, people make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And how you go about it, that's how you go about it. That's what makes you you. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's made mistakes. You want to highlight all the evil that he's doing, cool. Highlight some of the good he's doing as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, no one's perfect. I hate how on the internet everyone has to pretend perfect. If not, you get fucking scrutinized. You get fucking crucified. Like, bro, no one's perfect, bro. Like, if we dig into CoffeeZilla, we'll find some bullshit with CoffeeZilla's name on it. You see what I'm saying? So, come on, dude.
As an individual. Another user pointed out something very sinister about this lawsuit that hasn't really crossed anyone's mind. With the kind of people CoffeeZilla pisses off, it's hard to say if Logan Paul is the only one behind this or cares. People can funnel tens of millions of dollars into this through Logan Paul in order to keep the lawsuit going forever and ruining CoffeeZilla in the process, regardless.
Really? That's what we just said. Whoever you are. That's exactly what we just said. People are stupid.
Might encourage other people to file lawsuits or use Logan Paul's case to take their revenge from CoffeeZilla because the guy.
Okay. All right. Point is, lawsuits are bad when you're caught up in them. When you're doing them, sometimes, I mean, it depends. You get a pro bono attorney or something like that. But in this case, man, I think he's going to drag CoffeeZilla through the mud. CoffeeZilla, my bad. Through the mud. Because this is just gonna go on and on and on and on, and you gotta continuously defend yourself. And I'm not sure if he has to get, I think he has to get an attorney in San Antonio too on top of that. So you gotta go find an attorney in San Antonio, but pretty sure he has a fan base. Somebody will get him an attorney or point him to one, you know. Alright, man, tell me what y'all think, man. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'ma see you guys on the next one. Logan Paul in the wrong, CoffeeZilla in the wrong. Who's going to win the lawsuit? Let me know, man. Be easy, guys.